Yo, what's up, guys? It's Turn. Welcome back to another video. This one will be the Atlanta Faze. Kind of I did the Dallas Empire last time. But before we kind of get into this video, if you guys haven't already, please check out the podcast. But have some fire podcasts. We got a really good one coming out on Friday. So the way it's gonna work, guys, is on Monday we're gonna drop one, but this week we dropped one on Sunday, which was the premiere. Those are my co-host Adrian. Kind of my duo throughout this whole year, really. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Wednesday we'll be dropping mine. Friday we have someone super fucking special coming on. I think you guys will enjoy it a lot. His story's kind of crazy. And I know when me and Digital were filming it, we had a lot of fun. And I think we're gonna start doing that podcast all the time now. So if you guys haven't already, go check out the Turncast. Watch the first podcast. So good. Anyway. Alright, guys, let's get right in the video. So today the team we're going to be talking about is Atlanta Faze. So if we go to our Pro League standings, as we did last time in the last video, they are at 170 CDL points. So they are right behind the Chicago Huntsmen. They are only 10 points behind them. They only have 5 events played. Chicago has 6. So, and they've only lost 2 maps. It's crazy. I don't know if it's actually updated, because 2 maps is kind of like, what? But, yeah. So, this team is like a team where, like, they can get the kills all the time. They have a lot of slaying power compared to, like, some of these other teams. Like, Minnesota Rocket doesn't really have that many superstars. Like, they have GodRx, and that's kind of it. Alex can go off at times. Assault has gone off at times in the past. So he's always more of a support player. It seems more of an entry bait kind of guy. But for Atlanta Faze, you have Simp, the young legend. Last year he came into the Pro League scene. He actually won his 2nd and 3rd event, being Playoffs Season 2 and Champs. This guy won Champs, his 3rd event in the Pro League, and got 2nd in his 1st event. So he's 2nd, 1st, last year in BO4. But this year, he is on the team with Celium, Major Maniac, Priesta, BZ. And yeah. So, I mean, this roster is pretty fucking gross on paper, I will say. Major Maniac kind of have a person that came up last year. Really talented. Priesta and Abizi are kind of the super cracked. You know, Abizi's more of a super cracked sub. Priesta's like a super cracked flex. He can kind of do whatever. Celium is like sort of a flex player as well. I think they might have moved into main AR recently, though. But just judging by this, so let's start there. Kind of how their year has gone. So, as you see, Call of Duty 2020 launch weekend, they went 2-0. Super like insane performance out of them. Pretty sure they smoked. They smoked Dallas the first weekend? I know that. The Dallas video I did last, I think I might have talked about that a little bit. I'm not too sure. They ended up winning their home series. 3rd through 4th at Los Angeles, 2nd at Chicago, and 1st at the Florida one. So, I mean, this is like the Titan team. Like, you have to outslay them to beat them, and you're probably not going to do that. Or you have to play super fundamentally correct. And it's hard to do because these guys are, like, fundamentally correct, but they slay so well. Especially at the beginning of the year. They're so far ahead of the meta. A lot of people didn't think that anyone really touched them at the beginning of the game, honestly. But just going off of this, fairly the most dominant team this year. You know, when you have a roster with Sim, Celium, Priesta, and Abizi, it doesn't even matter who you fifth at that point. Major Maniac, like, no, like, this to him or hate on him, but, I mean, disgusting. Like, Simp and Celium are competing for, like, MVPs every event, and Abizi and Priesta are, like, right behind. So it's really cool to see, like, kind of, and this is a young squad. Besides Major Maniac, like, Abizi was a rookie 2 years ago, maybe. I think World War II. Simp was a rookie last year. Celium was a rookie last year. And Priesta, he's been around for a few years, but he's still young, on the younger side. Major Maniac, I'm pretty sure he's older. I'm not 100% sure on that, but yeah, this team is disgusting. And then you add in Coach Crowder. Probably one of the best coaches CDL has to offer at this point. Um, and this team has not gotten last place, 7th or 8th at all, or even 4th or 6th. Like, this team is a top 4 team at every event they go to, and probably a top 2 team. This is probably just an outlier. I don't think they played too well at that one. But yeah, no, this team is crazy. So if we look at this, with that 5 events played, they could easily take over that number 1 spot the next event they attend, and the extra event that they attend. That Chicago's not going to be at. It seems like Chicago, Rocker, Royal, Optic LA, Paris Legion, Subliners, Seattle Surge, Gorillas, like these guys, those people I just listed, all have 6 events played. So and most of them have lower points than some of the teams with 5. Like, look at this. Like, Juniors has 100 points, and they've only played 5. Ravens have played 6. LA's played 6. But they've also, I don't know, the LA's struggles early on have kind of determined that. But I mean, Atlanta has been getting challenged as of recent, just due to like some of these rosters getting better. I think it's like midway through the year, all the rosters tend to get a little better, and they just start to mesh. And there's nothing you really do about that. That's just kind of how the game works. I thought that was kind of anyone's like every year that kind of happens. So it's not a surprise. At that point, it's just gun skill and knowledge. But basically, Atlanta is probably the favorite. Like 9 times out of 10, the events they go to. There was an argument that Dallas Empire was better. So this MW and ML, I don't actually know what this is now. I'm looking at this, because the games won and the games lost category, pretty crazy for Atlanta. 48 and 19 out of 5 events played. That is like, holy. Yeah, that shouldn't happen. This team has a 71.64 percentage of winning maps. That is unheard of, especially with like, and some of the things that I think really highlights this roster is the composure in this team. Like, for Simp and them being so young, Simp had the ice last year, and it was like, he was a new player in the league. People kind of didn't know how he was going to translate to being on that big stage. But yeah, he fried. Absolutely fucking disgusting. Probably the best player in the league at this moment. But yeah, that's kind of crazy. So going back to what we did in the last video, we kind of picked one person we could replace from this team. I think you literally can't take off Priestess, BZ, Celium, and Simp. So I think it'd have to be Major Maniac just because he's a little older. Who I would replace him with? That's probably the hardest. Like, who do you put on the team that really makes him better? I guess I could see a Skies. As their main AR because he brings a lot of slaying power. Major Maniac's sort of that consistent player. He's always going to be positive by quite a bit. But I could see a Skies working on that team. I could see maybe a who are the. It's not really too many like ARs. So I mean, if you want to go the sub route, put Celium at main AR. Put Priesta at second AR. And you kind of get that third cracked out SMG. I mean, I could see them probably. I don't know if they'd pick up an amateur player, but they're like academy team. Look at this Journey, right? Journey is disgusting, like absolutely disgusting. I could see them picking him up. I don't know if they would, but I mean it's always an option. So yeah, I think this team probably won't make a change just based on the recent success. I mean they placed pretty fucking well for these. Like every event they played this year. But yeah, so that kind of wraps it up for my breakdown. This is kind of a hard team because they're so dominant. Like there's no point in talking about their struggles because there isn't really any to talk about. And the ones that are, I mean, if you want to pick out a struggle on this team, you're kind of nitpicking. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like if you did. And like I said in the beginning of the video, go check out the Turncast. Literally bangs. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Deuces.